Well, you know, Frank has a long history, 40 years in Trenton, 16 years as Executive Director of ELC. And he has been instrumental in passing significant legislation that helps the business community, helps the environment, and he has a way about himself. You know, he's not political, and in his business it's great because he gets along with Republicans and Democrats. And I find that he knows more about the issues than legislators do. And I used to ask him questions about what was coming up, the importance of certain policy issues, and his contributions have been second to none. I tell you, he's great at his job, and people like him from both sides.
So Frank and I, we first met in 2002. And I'll never forget, as soon as he walked in that room, I looked at him and I said to myself, literally, I don't like this guy. Yeah, but I have come to love him.
I'm 46 years old and I've known Frank for 30 years. Okay, so it's not a line, right, that Frank tells people. We do call him Uncle Frank because Frank is always there for you. He teaches you about loyalty, he teaches you about respect. He also, with that sly smirk of his, lets you know that although the issues we deal with are very serious, that we can't take ourselves too seriously.
Frank and I have spent a lot of time together, and I can tell you what he's brought to Trenton: common sense. Frank's been around a long time, he's learned a great deal, but more than that, he's taught a lot of the public officials a great deal over the years about what really works in government and what doesn't, how you grow jobs and build jobs and how you destroy them. And Frank is one of those guys who policymakers, whether you're in an administration or in the legislature, can rely on to tell the truth. He's a great guy.
I've known Frank literally from my very first day in Trenton. When I was sworn into the General Assembly, Frank was on the Assembly Democratic staff, and he was the only Democrat in all of Trenton that actually showed up for my swearing in.
And he was a true winner. People like that with a big heart and really smart, that's a good combination.
It was always a pleasure to see how he was able to put people and businesses before politics. And that's what Frank brought to Trenton.
If I'm thinking about Frank Robinson, I think back to the summer of 1995 when I first got a chance to meet him. I was a college intern working in the Assembly Democratic office, and he took the time to really get to know me and understand what made me tick and understand why I was here for that internship. It's little life lessons and nuggets like that people along your way who really take a genuine interest in wanting you to be a better person that matters.
So Frank Robinson is that extraordinary individual that when you see him in the State House you get very excited because you know he's about to tell you a joke or a story or something to make sure that you're entertained for the day, which could be a very tough day in Trenton.
When I think of Frank, I think of a very happy, positive guy, always friendly, great sense of humor.
He has a unique way of bringing the complexity of Trenton down to the level that we at the ELC meetings and we in the business community can actually understand what the issues are.
He's like the greatest guy. I get a little bit emotional, as you could tell, I'm not sure. But Frank's a beautiful guy, he's a good friend, and he's always there for the business community, and he always gets the message across.
So that's Frank. I mean, he's always trying to lend a helping hand, he's always trying to make a difference, and he's always really trying to do the right thing. And I know this is a tribute to him. I don't know if he's retiring or what he's doing, but I know he's going to still be involved.
And Frank is a guy that you don't even have to call him. If he knows you're in need, he's going to be there. And that's why I love him.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Frank, it's been a long time, my friend. Thank you for all you've done.
Thanks, Frank. Done a great job for 40 years. I hope you're here for another 40.
Thank you, Uncle Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank, for all your contributions. We really appreciate it, and New Jersey's a much better place because of you.